सहना ववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। भगवद गीता 12th chapter, first verse. अर्जुन उवाच एवं सतत युक्ताये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरम् अव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। Arjuna said, evam thus satata yuktaha, ever steadfast, ye those bhaktaha, devotees, tvam you paryupasate, worship, ye those cha and api also avyaktam, the unmanifested, aksharam the imperishable, tesham of them, ke which yoga vittamaha better versed in yoga. Arjuna said, those devotees who are ever steadfast and worship you, and those also who worship the imperishable, the unmanifested, which of them are better established or better acquainted in yoga? So some people, they worship your form, they worship you thus, in this manner. That means, as mentioned in the last verse of the last chapter, that is mat karma कृण मत परमो मत भक्तः संगवर्चितः निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु यस्य मामेति पांडव. One who does work for me alone, and one who has me has as one's goal, one who is devoted to me, who is freed from attachment, that person. So here Arjuna says, see, who is the greatest bhakta? Who is the greatest devotee? Is it one who satata yuktaha, is ever steadfast or ever focused, single pointed devotion, one who has in this manner? In this manner means in this manner, in the manner which you have just mentioned, or one who worships the imperishable, the unmanifested. That means one who worships Brahman, which is not comprehended, which is incomprehensible by the senses, and which does not have any name or form. So, who is better? Who is better devotee? That is the question which is asked here. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Now, Shri Krishna here will answer about devotion. Who is the better devotee? What is better devotion, etc. Shri Krishna will answer. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Maya Veshya Mano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayo Petaha Teme Yukta Tama Mataha. So, who is best yogi, or who is best acquainted with yoga, or who is well versed in yoga? Maya Veshya Mano Yemam. Mayi, on me, Manaha, mind, Aveshya, fixing, Nitya Yuktaha, ever steadfast, Paraya, supreme, Shraddhaya, with Shraddha, Upetaha, endowed, Ye, who, Mam, me, Upasate, worship, Te, they, Yuktatamaha, the best versed in yoga. They are established in yoga. Me mataha, in my opinion. In my opinion, these people are best established in yoga. So, my, on me. So, people who have fixed their mind on me and they worship me, having fixed their mind on me, they worship me, they are ever steadfast, they are having single pointed devotion to me, and they are endowed with supreme Shraddha, they are endowed with supreme Shraddha, they are, in my opinion, best versed in yoga. That is the answer Sri Krishna gives. They are, in my opinion, best versed in yoga. So, Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Shraddha is Guru Vakyeshu Shastreshu Vishwasaha. Faith in one's teacher's statements and faith in the scriptures. Swamiji says Shraddha is most important. Everyone should have Shraddha. And he says the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is the difference in Shraddha. Here, this is what is being told, that a person who is endowed with supreme Shraddha, that person is, in my opinion, best versed in yoga. Ye tvaksharam anirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutastham achalam dhruvam sanniyamendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hite rataha. Here these 4 lines are explaining the qualities of a devotee. Sarvatra, everywhere, samabuddhayah, even minded, ye, who, tu, but, cha, also, indriya gramam, the aggregate of the senses, sanniyamya, having controlled or subdued, anirdeshyam, the indefinable, avyaktam, the unmanifested, sarvatra gamam, the omnipresent, achintyam, the unthinkable, kutastham, the unchangeable, achalam, the immovable, dhruvam, the eternal, aksharam, the unchangeable, paryupasate, worships, sarva bhuta hite, in the welfare of all living beings, rataha, engaged, te, they, mam, myself, eva, only, prapnuvanti, reach. So here 2 verses. The second and the third verse, the third and the fourth verse of the 12th chapter. Here, but those also who worship the imperishable, the indefinable, the unmanifested, the omnipresent, the unthinkable, the unchangeable, the immovable, the eternal. So imperishable because it is eternal. It has no destruction. And indefinable because the moment you define something, it becomes perishable. Suppose you define, how can we define something? Only by telling the boundaries, demarcating the boundaries or outlines of a particular thing. Boundaries in space, time and causation. So you can say this particular thing, this particular microphone is present only here. So that presence of that microphone is demarcated in a particular place, and that is what defines it. So definition, so it has to be indefinable if it has to be infinite, because if you define it in a place that this is the place where this microphone is there, that means in the rest of the place, rest of the space, there is no microphone. So microphone does not have any presence or existence in the place where it is not there. Thus it becomes finite in space. So like that in time, etc. So the definable is always not, the definable is not, it is always not eternal. It is perishable. It is temporary. So it is not nitya. It is anitya. So it is temporary. It is impermanent. So the indefinable has to be the infinite. And so the unmanifested, because again, if there is a name and form for this, then it becomes finite. The omnipresent, also it has to be omnipresent, because It should not be demarcated in a particular place in space. The unthinkable, and it should be something which cannot be articulated, which cannot be formed in thought. The unchangeable, and it cannot change. If it is permanent, if it is eternal, it cannot change, it cannot move, because if it is omnipresent, where will it move from and where will it move to? Because it is present everywhere, so it cannot move, so it's immovable. And having subdued all the senses, a person who worships on this, that means who does not worship only on my form, but worships on Brahman, and who is samabuddhayah, who is even minded, and who is engaged in the welfare of all beings, sarva bhuta hite rataha, they reach only myself. So here worship, upasana, upasate. So that upasana is what is meant by upasana here. It is like meditation on the object of worship, and meditation according to the instruction of the scriptures and instructions of the teacher. And it is steadily dwelling on that one thought. It is steadily dwelling on that one thought of the object of worship. Just like it is told in the Shastras, in the scriptures, Taila Dharavat, like the oil poured from one vessel to the other. Taila Dharavat. So Kutastha means remaining like a mass. So one who is seated in Maya as its witness, that is Kutastha. So now Sri Krishna has told, one who is fixing their mind on me, worshipping me, and is very steadfast on me, and who is endowed with supreme Shraddha, and one who worships the imperishable, the indefinable, the unthinkable, the unmanifested, the omnipresent, etc. And also one who subdues all the senses, one who is even minded, engaged in the welfare of all beings, they all reach me. Kleshodhikatarah tesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavad bhiravapyate. Tesham, of those, avyakta asakta chetasam, one who is asakta, one whose mind is focused, chetasa, whose mind is focused, chetasa mind is asakta, focused on the unmanifested, avyakta. Avyakta means the unmanifested Brahman, unmanifested. Adhikatarah is greater, kleshah, trouble. He for dehavadbihi, for the embodied, avyakta, the unmanifested, gatihi, the goal, dukkham, with difficulty, with great effort, avapyate, is reached. So, two types of people have been talked about here, who worship Lord Sri Krishna or the Lord God. Sri Krishna is saying, in that particular form, in any particular form for that matter. And the other are people who worship the principle of God, the reality. And now here the difference between these two is being told. So even those who worship the principle, Brahman, that is the formless, they also reach me. But what is difficult, more difficult? Sri Ramakrishna, in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, he says, for Kali Yuga, bhakti is the path. So what is difficult among these two? So among these two, definitely the unconditioned Brahman or Nirvikalpa or formless Brahman, to worship on that is difficult, is much more difficult, because one cannot hold on to any form or name. One has to abandon all attachment to body, mind, sense organs, etc. from the very beginning of the practice. So that is more difficult. So this is called Nirguna Brahma. That means Brahman without any qualities. And then there is Saguna Brahman. Saguna Brahman means conditioned Brahman, the names and forms, this universe, etc. So that is why it is told, Tesham, those who are avyakta asakta chetasam, whose minds are attached to avyakta, the unmanifested. Adhikatarah kleshah. For them that is greater. Adhikatarah kleshah. That means it implies that even for people who are worshipping form, it is difficult. It is difficult to control one's sense organs and worship the form of God. But for those who are worshipping non-dual Brahman, that means one who is worshipping the formless Brahman, for them it is more difficult. He, for Dehavadbihi, for the embodied, because a person, one who is in the body, for that person to think of the Avyakta, the unmanifested, Gatihi, to be the goal, is Dukkham. It is the Avyakta Dukkham Avapyate. Avyakta Gatihi, that means the unmanifested goal is attained with great difficulty. Great difficulty. So, because one who are embodied means one who has attached oneself to the body, identifies oneself with the body. For that person, it becomes difficult to pray, to worship unconditioned Brahman. Brahman which is not attached to body, which is the true nature of Brahman, unmanifested, omnipresent. To think of that kind of Brahman, it is difficult. Here, of course, Sri Krishna makes it very clear that both paths lead to God, lead to myself. That is what Sri Krishna says. But the path of Nirguna Brahman is much more difficult. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.